Hi, it's Kylie Coo. Welcome to my studio. So it's Sunday, 27th of October. It's 11:10 a.m. and this video should be going live in about 45 minutes under normal circumstances. That would have been the case had I actually filmed it, but it's been a bit of a strange week. Nothing bad, just time's been a bit distorted. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But meantime, I'm going to get started on this week's page. I'm not going to say the number, I think it's 43, it could be 44, but I'm just going to start it anyway. But I'm late filming this week for reasons I'll come on to explain. And I was going to try and squeeze it in yesterday, and I thought, no, I would rather do this, take my time and upload the video when I can. A lot of people can upload videos in a matter of minutes. My internet is so slow, it's the fastest I can get in this area, but it's just so slow that even a 30-minute video can take upwards of 5 hours to upload. So I reminded myself of my first page in this journal, not the cover page, but the very first page I did, which said grace, and that's what I've decided I need to show myself this week, grace. So it's coming together nicely. I loved last week's page. Thank you so much to everybody that commented on it. This page I have a little story to tell you about, and I'll try and remember and say a bit more about that as I go along as well. So, I couldn't even find my... back in a moment. Right, that's the second calamity today. Got a page, I'd already looked one out. It's probably in amongst here somewhere, but never mind. I was doing a little bit of a tidy up earlier in the week, put these all together and then couldn't find them earlier, but that's okay. So I'm just going to start gluing some base pages down, and we will take it from there. Where's my gluing pages? Right. So first off, let me tell you about that page before I start on my longer story. So just to show you again, this page here. I have a YouTube friend, Amy, who is the recycled hippie chick. Gosh, I hope I've got her name right. Forgotten it for a moment there, but I'm sure that's it. There's that other page. I knew it was somewhere. Right, so that was that other page. I knew I had it somewhere. I'm just gonna... Do you ever get scraps that you know the right thing is going to come along, but you're kind of slightly reluctant to still use it at times? That's one such page. I'm not going to use that. So yeah, that page, and Amy. So she did what she was calling a copycat page, where she kind of took what I was doing and, in her words, copied it. I wouldn't call it a copycat, but that's what she called it, and made a really, really nice job of it. There was a few comments she made as she was doing it around my process, but also about, kind of the way I work, but also about just some kind of arty things in general. Some what might be described as art rules, although I don't believe in art rules. So I said to her, I really enjoyed her video, and I said to her that I would, next page I would try and answer it, but I'm not sure that I've got my head together today enough to answer it today, so I will come back to Amy, hopefully the next page I do, but today I want to do, I'm not going to rush it, but a kind of quickish page, just because I'd like to get this done and uploaded for tomorrow, which will be Monday. So at the moment, just sticking down a few scraps just to thicken my page up nicely. Again, you might hear some background noise. I've got the washing machine on. I've got to multitask. It's just the way of life. It's quite breezy outside, which is good because I'm hanging the washing out. I think I said that to you last week. When I was recording on the Saturday, I was going to hang it outside. As it turned out, that wasn't, well, I did hang it out, but it didn't dry because the wind that was expected at that point did not get up, and it just hung like a damp rag, so I ended up having to put it into the dryer. All boring stuff, I know, but that is life. So yeah. So let's go back to Monday. And if you saw the little bit of footage at the beginning, that was how I spent a few hours on Monday in a local town. I had to run an errand. I had to wait on something. I did not know how long it would be. Cleared my ruler, I need to find it. So I had to wait on something, and they said to me that they didn't know how long it would take. It could be an hour, it could be 2 hours, it could be most of the day. Now, it would have taken me a while to get home, so I decided that, or in the hope anyway, I'm just going to tuck that over, in the hope that it didn't take more than 2 to 3 hours, that I would just hang about, and if I had to hang about for longer, then so be it. I thought I just need to kill time. And later on I thought, what a stupid phrase, killing time. And instead I felt that I actually I enjoyed the time. I'm not saying good use, I enjoyed the time. Because I needed to be there early, 8 a.m. They were 5 minutes late getting there, and I felt myself getting edgy, and I thought, why am I getting edgy? It's not an issue. Now this is another favourite scrap, and I really feel inclined to use it, but I'm also today feeling inclined to use something like this. I think the colours that I saw at the beginning of the week and the colours that are surrounding me, I just feel that this really reflects kind of autumn colours at the moment. Well, remember, if you like to do kind of autumn fall projects, I've got a few. I think I've got a playlist, so I'll try and remember and link that below. So, can I get away with just putting that? This is superb, but I need to cover up these bits. These were gel prints, really just cleaning the plate off. A couple of little gaps, but I'm sure I could fill those in somehow or other. Can I do it that way? So yeah, there I was in one of the local towns, waiting on this to be done, and they're early. Now I don't usually bother breakfast, it's rare that I have breakfast, but I thought, you know what, I will use up a bit of the time by going and getting some breakfast. And I had the most amazing avocado on toast with tomatoes and, well, pomegranates. It was kind of Turkish style. It was just absolutely superb. I loved it. It was wonderful. So I'm just going to stick this down on here. Normally with tissue I would use a matte medium or a gel matte medium, because if the tissue, you know, you can see right through the tissue. But I'm not so concerned about that today. So yeah, I had my wonderful avocado on toast, which it really was. It's the best I've ever had. I'm going to turn this over. I don't want to scrape this paint off. You'll see it's got little flecks. That'll get cut off in a moment, I think. And then I thought, I'll take myself, there's a nice little independent art shop. I don't get there very often, but I thought I'll take myself down there, have a little look around it. It just opened when I got there. Bought a couple of things, not a lot. But I do quite like to, when I can, support independent art shops. I think I might have to cut this because sometimes the tissue will tear one way but not necessarily the other way. Probably tear this way. Well, it did, not along the ruler, but that's okay. And after I was in the art shop, I walked down by the river and round a kind of open grassed area. I don't know if it's called a park, you know, there's just trees and grass really. But it was just so peaceful. I'm going to cut these ones with scissors. So while I was walking, it was actually quite breezy because we'd had a bit of a storm. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it was certainly pretty windy the night before. And it was still quite a strong wind, but it was just the most beautiful autumn day that you could imagine. Absolutely gorgeous. And I thought, I wish I'd brought my sketchbook with me and even some watercolour paints, because it would have just been the perfect day for sitting doing that. But instead, the beauty of mobile phones, cell phones that have cameras, is you can take video footage and lots of images for inspiration later on, and that's basically what I did. I'm loving that. Absolutely loving it. So before I knew it, I thought I'd better start to kind of walk back the way, because I was quite a distance from where I needed to pick up this message, this errand. And as I was walking, I thought, I just felt this deep sense of gratitude. Really, really strong, deep, powerful. Because I thought, you know, I am so blessed to have family and friends that I love and that love me. I am so blessed to have good food that I had that morning, you know, not just that morning, but, you know, just being able to go and actually buy myself breakfast. There's lots of people that can't. To go and buy myself a few art supplies, I just felt so blessed. And then to be walking in that wonderful place with these wonderful autumn colours, and to see, you know, the trees. I was looking down, I was looking up, I was looking around. There was beautiful buildings, old churches, and it was just, I felt the deepest gratitude. I don't think I could feel it any more than I did. And then a few minutes later, my phone went, and the thing I was waiting on was ready. I'm just going to come in here with this now. So, I started off thinking about, I have time to kill. I need to kill time. And actually, it became a rather wonderful experience one way or the other. You know, I just decided I need to enjoy this time. I'm not killing time. I just need to enjoy it. And basically that's what I did. These little bits, I'd like to be able to capture them. I'm going to see if I can pull this away from the paint a bit. Just little bits that stick up. It might come. I think it is coming. Because this paint was so thick, I'm able to kind of pull the paper away from it because it also lifted at the edge of the gel plate. Doesn't matter if I get it all or not, but I quite like that rough edge. So, yeah, that was my time there and then. And this is all about time this week. All these things that I'm going to be talking about, it's all about time because it kind of played tricks on me this week. In the nicest possible way, not in a bad way. I'll use some of this now just to try and get these edges. Well, do I? Or do I want to put something under there? Would a strip of gold look okay under there? Oh, do I put another piece of this under? So that was Monday. Then, sometime in the week, I lost a complete day. How you lose a day, I don't know, but it was, I think, time playing tricks on me again. So Tuesday, I had something to do. I was away the whole day, which was fine. Wednesday, I had stuff to do morning and afternoon, but somehow on Wednesday, I started to get mixed up with the days. And someone asked me if I would go for lunch with them on Saturday, which is quite often the day I do my filming, and I said, yep, that's great, because I thought I can film on Friday instead. Well, all day Thursday, I thought it was still Wednesday. So I then made other plans for doing things on what I thought was a Thursday, but it turned out Thursday was Friday. And when I got up Friday morning, I thought, right, I need to do this, this and this today, and I will film tomorrow. And then I got a message saying, still okay for lunch tomorrow? Yep. And then I thought, gosh, they've got it wrong. They think we're meeting on Friday. I better message them to say we're meeting on Saturday. And that's when it dawned on me, it was Friday. I'd already committed to doing something else for the day. And I hadn't filmed. I'm loving these pages. Right, don't know, I quite like I might just fill that in with some gold paint. I don't know which side I like the best. So, there I was. Friday busy, Saturday busy. I could have squeezed it in late Saturday afternoon, but as I said, I didn't want to. I was starting to feel tired by that point. I'd been out, I'd had a lovely lunch, and I thought, no, I'd rather sit and enjoy this than rush it. So my third time thing is our clocks went back today. So of course I woke up as normal. A little bit later just now. I woke at 7. Mornings are getting darker, so got up and then of course realised it was only 6. So time has played kind of tricks on me all week. I think this is going to be the back of my card. But I'm feeling like I need just something in here. I'm almost tempted to cut out a circle and keep it almost as straightforward as that. Think about it for a second or two. Right, so I took the opportunity of just stopping to think there to go and hang out some more washing. It's drying beautifully, it's cold, but there's a good breeze, so that's doing nicely. And I took a little bit of footage of my smoke bush. I'll just insert it now. Colours were just glorious, and although this has got a lot of greens and whatnot in it, you know, there's still green in the garden. It's the thing about this time of year that the green doesn't go away in terms of the evergreens, but the other colours are marvellous. I've got a 2.5 inch punch here. It's by EK. I don't use it all that often, but I'm feeling like just putting a big yellow. I thought about a leaf, but I'm just feeling a circle. And I think this side I might just fill these little gaps with gold paint. So usually if I'm cutting tissue paper, this is quite thick, but I usually put a piece of paper behind it and then cut through. It just seems to cut better and not tear. So let's see what we're going to think about there. Just trying to decide which way to the top and which way to the bottom. I don't think it matters. I'm feeling this way. I often get to this point and I think my card is not quite even. So I just want to double check. It's it's about 1 millimetre off, which is not terribly much at all, so I'm not going to worry. Take that little edge off. Not going to worry, and then I take that off anyway, so. Right, I think I want the red, a little bit of red that's there to the bottom. Why? Just because that was one of the things Amy was kind of asking about, me kind of stopping and looking, and it's just what feels right. But I'm going to answer her questions in more detail. Don't want to put it bang in the middle. I'm going to go for it there. Now, what glue am I going to use? I think I'm going to use some of this. So yeah, all of those stories about the way time got kind of mixed up this week was simply to say that's why this video is late. And YouTube tells me, if I look at the analytics, which I don't do very often, that Monday is not a good day for me to upload a video because a lot of people are not online on a Monday or are not on YouTube on a Monday. So I'm not going to worry about that. If I worried about numbers in that sense, I would probably not be doing this, and it's not the reason I do it. I think there. That glue will dry clear. And I love the way that it's kind of wrinkled. It's like a big sun. So last week I had the moon. This week I've got the sun. And on the back, I think I am just going to fill these in with gold. Or I take a few little bits of this. No, I'm just going to fill it in with gold. So a very simple page this week. I bought some paints from the little shop that I was telling you about, and I've swatched them. One, I was a little bit, in fact 2 of them, slightly unhappy with them. I'm not sure. I don't know if they dried out a little in the packet. I'm not taking them back. It would be too much effort. I quite like that. If I need to decant them and kind of water them down, I will do that rather than taking them back. But I was a little bit disappointed in that respect. Especially since 2 of the tubes were like that. I don't know if they've maybe just sat about in the shop for a while. I'm not sure. Don't want to say that because that's maybe not the issue, but yeah, a little bit disappointed. I think that's quite nice actually. Still bugging about the width. So when that stuff clattered down a little while ago, that was strange because I went out to my, I call it my outside studio. It's not actually outside, it's just I have to go outside to get to it. And I keep my bird feed in there as well, so I'm in there every day because I feed the birds every day. Just do my usual around here. And there'd been a calamity in there. Umpteen boxes had fallen over, emptied out the contents. I don't know what had happened. It may just be that it got to the point where they were ready to fall because they'd just been kind of tossed in and left untidy. So I need to get back out there and get it into some sort of order. Right, I'll finish this off and then I'll be back. So, my card for this week. Quite a simple card, nice and easy, using some gel prints. They weren't even proper gel prints as such, it was more gel plate clean-offs where I'd been cleaning the plate and that's what I was left with. I love the back, I love the front. To me, picking up the kind of autumn fall colours, the sun also giving that sense of time that I was speaking about. So sorry, it was a bit of a ramble about time this week. It's just funny the way things go sometimes. So, and also reflecting the gratitude I was feeling this week. And I'm grateful for all of you that watch my videos and leave comments, etc. Yeah, really, really grateful. So thanks ever so much. Hopefully back on time next week, which will be later this week, by the time this goes up. Told you time is distorted. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that and being with you again. So I'm trying to keep this dry, put that in there. So thanks ever so much for watching. Please do take care. Bye for now.